Good afternoon and welcome back to another product live stream from N8 Essentials. My name is Michelle. I'm a certified aromatherapist and I'm very happy to be sharing with you today how to make lip balms, which are it's the same thing as making a salve. And what I'm really happy to share with you is we're going to be using N8 essential oils. And I'm very happy with this company. One, I really like that they're USDA certified organic, which gives everyone a peace of mind. I've been in the oil industry for a long time now, and there's just always that talk about where did it come from, why is it, and I just really like that just takes a lot of questions right off the top. The second thing is that our essential oils are third-party tested, which is really important as well. So I'm very excited that you have joined us. If you're already a customer of N8, you know the drill. Just grab a pad and a piece of paper and take some notes today. And I'd like to also share with you the special that we have in March, which is if you spend $100, you get $25 off. Here's your code, March 18th, and it's just a capital M, so you need to use the capital. But March 18th, and you spend $100 and you get $25 off. If you order from N8 on a regular basis, you might want to do our Essential Benefits program, which is awesome. You can order just a little bit of oils every month, and we always give you money back toward future essential oil purchases and points. So I'm just really happy to have you, and let's just get started. So today I want to share with you a couple of oils that I'd like you to get ready. Peppermint is always really good in a lip balm. We're not going to use that much essential oil, so it's really not going to be, too much trouble to use too much peppermint on your lips. We're going to use lavender, which is a lot of people. It's just a staple essential oil. I know all of you probably have lavender already. And orange is always great for lip balms. And also, I have pulled out our Energized blend. The Energized blend is wonderful. It's mood lifting. Just that citrus smell is so good to just put like happy thoughts in our brain. Just like you see the oranges in the background. There's just something very refreshing about that. The other thing that I put was grapefruit. So we don't want to use a lot of citrus oils because they can be photosensitive. But you'll see that we're really not using that much essential oil, that there's not too many problems. And orange oil is, unless you're going to slather it on your body, which we don't want to do, generously and go lay out in the sun, just a few drops of this won't have any issues at all. So we're going to do that. Now I'm going to tell you a secret that I have used for years. And most people, when they make salves or lotions, you'll see this a lot, where they're using a pan, inside a pan, and then they put their jars on top. But I just felt like if we're just making oils for the home, like how could I help my customers make it really easy for them? So I don't do this. What I have found, and I love this, is a little butter dish. So you'll see these in restaurants, and actually I literally got this at Goodwill. So they're little butter dishes, and some of them don't have the handles like this, and you do want to be careful because it will heat up. So just make sure, if you can find one with a handle, great. They're on Amazon, and they're really great for home use. And all you have to do is use, if you can see, there's a little tea-light handle in there, and it actually has the ability to heat up very nicely and not too hot. Small batches for what we're going to use it for. So we also are going to, let me put my essential oils where you can see those, because we use those quickly. We are going to need our measuring spoons, and since we're making a small batch, I'm going to show you how to measure using beeswax and carrier oil. And today we're going to use sweet almond oil. You can use fractionated coconut oil. Jojoba oil is really good, but sweet almond oil is great for the lips. And a lot of people, actually you might like this better, these are your chapstick holders. So these are very easy to find, but if you don't have them, I know that N8 has salve holders, and these are really great as well, because you can just pour the finished salve or lip balm into here and use your fingers and put it on your lips that way. So you definitely, if you order any product today, we will be glad to give you 3 of these lip balm containers so that you can also make this salve at home. Now I also want you to know that if you have a little glass bowl, like I hope that you've gotten this because we've used these a lot, you can literally do this same recipe in here, and we can put it in a microwave and do the same thing. But I just like this, and you'll see why. It's much easier. So what I'm going to do is I want to get it started, and as it gets going, we need to light it up. There we go. And that will start to heat right away. And then we have our beeswax. Now, beeswax is like a thickening agent, and in some ways it's an emulsifier, but really not like an amazing one. So I just want to share with you that if I were to use 1 tablespoon, I'm sorry, that is a tablespoon, but I've done it as little as just a teaspoon. So it's going to be 1 part beeswax, and these are pellets. So beeswax can come and where it looks like a bar of soap or a big block, and then you have to grate it. I really like beeswax pellets, and you can get those bleached or unbleached, organic, not organic, and you're not here, but you can already feel the heat. And then I like to use this, which is a cosmetic spatula. So you can get these, there's long ones and short ones. You could use a toothpick if you wanted to, but it actually starts to melt right away. And I know that you can't see it, but hopefully you'll be able to see that it's starting to slip around. It's not like and I'll show you, it won't take long at all. And that's what I really like about this, is that it really melts fairly fast. Now, what I do like to do is add my carrier oil a little bit at a time. And because we used 1 tablespoon of beeswax, we want 3 tablespoons now. So if it's a 1 cup or a 1 part divided into 4, you're going to use 1 part beeswax and 3 parts carrier oil. So I'm going to put 1. Now the reason I'm doing this, 2, and then I'll add the 3rd one in a moment. The reason I'm doing this is so that it can continue to melt. See, now the temperature changed, which is the temperature changed on it, which dropped in, now it's going to slow down its melt. So while it does that, I want to show you what we do. So I told you last week to bring an egg carton, and this is why. On the bottom of an egg carton, you can literally take a knife and you're going to pop like a cross in it. And then when you do that, you can literally just take the caps off of your lip holders and you put them in there. Isn't this neat? And then they literally stand up. So just push that through. And we're not literally going to make 4 today, but I love this as a mommy and me project. I love it. And I really enjoy it if I'm trying to help someone, especially once winter comes. It's kind of nice. And you could literally add zinc oxide to it, and zinc oxide, just a little bit of powder to it. And this is after it's melted, and it's something that you could put on your lips in the summer as a protection. So this is melting, and I just continue to stir, and it's just like a waxy feeling that will allow it to melt. And there it's I'm stirring it and mixing it so that it kind of goes a little bit faster. Let me tell you what I really like. I love orange essential oil on the lips, and a lot of people really enjoy orange and peppermint. So that is what we're going to do. And there's really probably just a teaspoon, or maybe even no more than 2 teaspoons of carrier oil in here. So I know that this will easily fill up. But as you can see, it is really melting fairly quickly. And so I'm going to add the 3rd piece, the 3rd part of the carrier oil. and close that up. And this is actually a lot. So I'm going to open up my little container here so that when I have excess, I'm going to pour it in. And I'm also going to show you a trick, okay? So what I like to do is if I'm using a couple of essential oils, the thing is in a lip balm, you're really just looking for smell and I do know that I like lavender on chapped lips. That's very comforting for chapped lips. There's something very comforting about lavender. Here we go, we're almost done. It's almost completely empty. Now, if you had like lanolin or any other type of carrier oil, you can mix that. The rule of thumb is 1 part beeswax to 3 part carrier oil. So whether it's 1 teaspoon beeswax and then 3 teaspoons of carrier oil, it's all the same, or 1 tablespoon and 3 teaspoons, or 1/4 ounce or 3/4. Sorry, I didn't mean that. 3/4 of a cup and 1/4 of a cup of beeswax. It really just depends. Okay, so there you go. I'm going to show you. See? You can literally see that that is just full liquid. So that's actually literally ready for the essential oil. And what I do is I blow the candle out because I don't want it to continue to heat, or I take it off just for a moment and I start to drop the essential oil in. And we're going to do 10 drops. There we go. And then I'm going to do 10 drops of peppermint. 5, 6, 7, 8. And I know some of you at home are counting these because I'm getting the feedback that you are, so I'm making sure. Now, it's actually the beeswax is starting to solidify here. Do you see that little clump? So I can put it back on very quickly, remelt it, and get my little jars ready. And I'm going to have a little funnel if I want to use that. Do you see? And I like to lift it up so that it doesn't get too, now if you're going to use the little funnel that I sent you, because I know a lot of you have this now, you can set it right in there, but you're going to have to pour quickly. And we're going to just start with 1 funnel. If it goes too much, it's okay, it will come out. Let that baby go down. Oh, it's almost to the top. I need a little bit more. And it's okay if it goes around the sides. So, and that's 2. And then what I want to show you is we can just literally put it into our little salve container here. Because remember, you could, there we go. See how can you see how that's full, but it's completely liquid? But I just want to show you something before the end. Now, if I have a little bit of extra here, and actually you can already see the beeswax is sticking to the side, I literally can put it back on the heat and just remix it again. See how it's starting to mix? We'll try it. And you can see the little clumps. I don't know if you can see that, but I think you get the idea. So I have a little bit of extra here. I'm going to heat it back up. You can see a little bit of beeswax. Let me see. On the funnel, see how it starts to dry and turn white? That's so simple. You just get it right to the sink and put it in hot water. But the trick is after you get the hot water out and the soap, you take a cotton ball with alcohol and that will really clean it off. So we want to do that right away. And you can already see that this is setting. I just want to show that to you. Do you see how you can literally see the top? You've made your own lip balm. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that exciting? Like, we spend so much money and we don't have to, because again, 1 bottle of orange, it's less than 3 cents a drop in a 15 ml bottle. So literally, if I used 10 drops, I haven't used much money at all. And we already have the beeswax, and these don't cost much. And I've seen lip balms cost $3 or $4 or even $5. So now I've remelted it. I'm going to blow my candle out. And I'm going to pour this in without the funnel in case you don't have it. And it's all the way to the top. And it will settle a little bit. And there we go. That's it. Now what I'm going to do is, if you can see this is even starting to set. All right, you can already see the white film coming on it. and I'm going to put a lid on it, and I'm going to put it in the refrigerator. And these, I will do the same thing. I'm going to literally take it with the egg carton and put it in the refrigerator, and there we go. We have a lip balm, and we've done an amazing job. Now I do want to share one more thing with you before we go. So this salve is really great for the lips. It's like a lip balm, but really it's almost the same thing as a salve. So for me, I really have dry skin. And when I have dry skin, I really like this thick type ointment. So you can increase or decrease the beeswax as you go. And when you have a contraption like this, what happens is you don't use as much, and it's not as difficult to make, and you can make one up. I mean, look, we did it in less than 5 minutes, and you see how it starts to, you see how that, it actually starts to harden right away. So, you can just remelt it. But what I want to share with you is wintergreen. So if you have tired muscles and you just want something that is just a little more invigorating for them and it can relax them, you might want to consider putting wintergreen. If you don't have wintergreen, that's wonderful. You could put very little of it in your lip balm. It's very refreshing, like winter. Of course, it's called wintergreen, right? But also it's very nurturing to the muscular system. And then I would add marjoram to that with lavender, and you could even put some frankincense in there. So if you don't have these essential oils, especially the wintergreen, I would consider getting that and using this quick, easy recipe. And if we were to put it in the glass jar, like if I were to go like this, I actually should have done this in front of my microwave. So what I would do is I would put the beeswax in, and I would just put a very little bit of carrier oil. Get that down in there. It's almost like melting chocolate, you know, at Christmas time or when we make chocolate covered strawberries. So, and you're going to put it in the microwave at 10 to 15 second intervals. Get it out and swirl it, put it back in for 10 to 15 seconds, and I'm telling you, you'll have a salve made in 1 minute. So I really hope that you do this. I really hope that you just are empowered, that you can be the provider of all of the products in your home through these product live streams. And I'm really excited for you, and I'd love to hear what you've done, and I'd love to hear how it feels on your lips. And so give us some feedback, and I'm just really excited to be here with you and help you and empower you to be the aromatherapist in your home. And I'm very happy to be using N8 essential oils because they're USDA certified organic, and they've done their third-party testing, and I just have such a peace of mind with the oils, and I know that you will too. So I'll look forward to seeing you next week. I'm pretty sure we're going to be talking about using essential oils for your moods. So again, we're looking forward to that, and I hope you have a great day, and I really appreciate you joining us. Thank you.